Everybody knows the story of Santa Claus. It's awesome.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus.
He's up in the North Pole making toys. And we say, how do we do this? How do we make all these toys? It's easy. Santa's magical.
Blitzen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling.
He flies around in his sled, dropping presents off to all the little children.
He's a figure that stops time, freezes time, and delivers to everybody all over the world in one night, which is virtually impossible.
Santa drops down the chimney, puts out the toys, and then magically touches the side of his nose, and up the chimney he goes.
Getting up, at some ungodly hour the next morning and finding out, hey, Santa had actually been here.
All children of the world get presents from Santa Claus.
And say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Yes, there is a Santa Claus, and yes, he was a real person, and that's a proven fact.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm 44, and I live in Los Angeles, where it never snows. I grew up in New Hampshire, where every Christmas was a white Christmas. And my mother was a Christmas fanatic. From perfectly placed ornaments on 3 different Christmas trees to gifts for total strangers. Christmas got hard when my mom passed away 10 years ago. I started dreading it. Then last Christmas, my father died, and my Christmas spirit was gone. I have no family of my own to make the holiday season special, so I needed to do something different for Christmas. I needed to find a way to enjoy the holiday. Recently, one of my parents' friends showed me a picture of my dad as Santa at a neighborhood Christmas party, taken a few years after my mother had died. I didn't know he did that. Maybe my dad was onto something. Maybe my dad was looking for some Christmas spirit. Maybe if I became Santa, I could find some of the Christmas spirit I had lost. I decided to get a suit, bleach my beard, and become Santa Claus. I'd do everything that Santa's asked to do, and maybe along the way, I could get some of that Christmas spirit back. Is it gonna hurt?
It's gonna hurt. The fumes are gonna be really strong.
Okay.
It normally will sting and itch a little bit, not to the point where you're gonna pass out, but it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Wow, that's a lot of fumes.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You can take the opportunity to step outside and breathe.
Yeah,
That
I'll go
might help
outside. A little more toxic than I expected.
There's like nowhere to go.
I can't get away from it. I can't get away from the bleach. I just remembered. I don't have health insurance.
Is that killing you? I'm so sorry.
Hurts.
I see it happening. I see you morphing into him.
Oh, that's good white.
What do you think? Can you think? Kind of like the little GQ Santa there.
So now, all right. I hope I'm ready for the rest of it.
Do you believe in Santa Claus and the stories you've been told? Does Santa really dress in red and live up where it's cold?
Hi.
Hi there.
Are you Adele?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Adele. I'm Jack.
Jack, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So what are you looking? Something traditional, Coca-Cola, Royal,
Wait,
all of the above?
What's the difference between a traditional and a Coca-Cola Santa?
Coca-Cola Santa has the buttons in front,
Uh-huh.
and the traditional has the fur.
Okay.
Okay, this is wool.
All of a sudden, I feel like Carol Channing.
No, no
It's very
diamonds.
furry.
Oh, that looks good.
How much is a suit like this going to run me?
This is about $550.
$550.
Right.
This is the Coca-Cola Santa. Yeah, this looks like I should have a muff or a purse.
Yeah, I have to try on with this.
Okay.
Wow.
This is Father Christmas.
This is Father Christmas at his best. Okay.
It
Please
looks
do.
a little creepy without pants.
Yeah, that's ugly. You need to wear pants.
This jacket is how much?
This $650.
650. Wow. That's, you know what? Some kid's not getting a PlayStation this year. This is beautiful, but this is not the Santa I am.
No, no. You're more a Santa of the people.
Yes.
18 and a half. 32 sleeve. I usually make it an inch longer.
Okay.
So when you reach out for the kids, it will be long enough.
Okay.
My goodness, it is a big head. 25 inches.
A model size?
Yes, 24 waist. 50.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
You need a deposit?
No, I trust you. I trust
Okay.
all Santas.
Yeah.
All
All
those, couple of them were not so trustworthy.
Yeah.
They still owe me money, but I trust you. I believe in Santa, and I know
Yes.
he's going to pay, so
He'll pay.
it's not a problem. He'll pay.
All right.
You see, the story's really true, 'cause I am Santa Claus.
Santa Claus obviously comes from Father Christmas.
Santa Claus, for me, is a figure that came out of the mists of time.
There's my belief that the three wise men were Santa.
Some of them think that actually the first Santas were actually the wise men because they did, bring the gifts.
I found an article that was in the Turkish Times about Santa Claus. And according to the story, not trying to knock anybody, said he was a black Turkish monk.
To be honest with you, I've heard so many different versions, I don't know if I really know exactly how he came to be.
Santa started long, long ago, and the spirit has perpetuated through the centuries.
The real true roots of Santa Claus is St. Nicholas.
I'm Carol Myers, and I have the St. Nicholas Center. It is primarily a website, and over 1 million people visit every year, and they come from 155 countries. We provide resources for families, churches, and schools for celebrating St. Nicholas, so people can understand who he is and why he's important today.
He was actually born in Patara. Patara is located in Lycia, which is now located in southern Turkey.
His family had been very wealthy, and they died of the plague when he was young, and he had inherited their entire fortune. He was then raised by an uncle, and as a young man, one of the most significant stories that has shaped our understanding of St. Nicholas occurred. He had heard of a man who had 3 daughters, and the man had lost his business, lost his whole livelihood, and had no way of providing for his family.
In those days, if children did not have, little girls didn't have a dowry or little boys didn't have the money to go to school, the boys would wind up being servants and the girls would wind up being servants or prostitutes.
This distressed Nicholas, and he tried to think of how he could help.
He did have a reputation as somebody who gave to the poor. And at times, he gave anonymously to the poor. He didn't want to be recognized for his good deeds. That we do know historically as accurate.
And so in the dark of night, he tossed gold through the window. The first daughter received the gold, and she was able to be married. And he did this again 2 more times. The third time, the father caught him, and Nicholas asked him not to tell. But obviously the story got out, or we wouldn't know it today. But that really is the roots of St. Nicholas as a gift giver.
I knew that becoming Santa was more than just putting on the suit. I needed to be confident in what I was doing. I knew that I needed some professional training.
Hello, Santa.
Hello, gorgeous. Someone who would help me answer the difficult questions. Someone who would give me tips on how to present myself as Santa.
Okay, here is your finished.
My finished suit?
You're finished. Look at this.
I needed Santa school. So I found a school in Denver that was being taught by a woman named Susan Mesko, who had been teaching Santas for over 25 years. So I decided I needed to go to her school and learn from her. Thank you.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you again.
You better.
All right, thanks, Adele.
Welcome to Santa School. You're here to become Santa. This weekend, we have about 25 Santas that have flown in from all over the country. Most of the men come to me and say, I'd like to play Santa. And the first thing I say to them is, we don't play. You're gonna become Santa Claus, and we have 2.5 days to do it. What I take first is what's in their heart. And then we mold that, give them really the tools that they need. This is my 27th year of teaching Santa Claus School. This is just gonna be the foundation and the groundwork. What you do with this beyond here is what's gonna make you. We're playing a game. Who brought their rolls of dimes? Your dimes are because we don't say the K word. What's the K word?
Kids.
Oh, he said it, he owes me. You owe me a quarter, because you already been through. Okay. We don't say the K word, which is goats. We don't call children goats. It just doesn't sound nice. It doesn't sound polished. It doesn't sound traditional or magical. But when Santa says, now children, children, gather round, that is so Charles Dickens-y, isn't it? It just elevates you to such a level of polish. So every time you say the K word, it goes into this little bank. I'd like to have you guys tell us who you are, where you're from, and why you decided to be a Santa and to come here and learn more about being Santa. Let's start right here.
My name is Jack Sanderson. I'm from Los Angeles. I thought I would make a good Santa. And so I grew my beard out and was at a Target store, and a couple of kids said, hey, it's Santa.
A couple of what?
A couple of children. Let me open this roll of dimes. Gosh darn it.
Oh, it gets better.
I was sitting here thinking, I'm not gonna open my roll of dimes. I'm never gonna say it. I'm never gonna give a dime for it.
Everybody stand up. Santa only hoes 3 times.
There was a strict ho, ho, ho.
1, 2, 3.
Ho, ho, ho. 3 hoes and you're out.
Go ahead and make me a snowflake. The Santas will be very, very frustrated because they can't make a snowflake. No, it's not a snowflake, make me another one. It's an Easter egg! Make me another one. It teaches them how hard the children work when they bring something to Santa Claus. I'm keeping that baby's attention, aren't you? We're just gonna back you in, princess. Blink, boom, picture. Look where you were. But by the time that child winds up for the pitch, that baby's back in mommy's arms. So that is the back the trailer in. Santa Bill, come on over.
Santa Bill came in to show us reindeer. He looked like a prospector.
Reindeer is actually the European name for caribou. There are 9 subspecies of reindeer.
Initially, Santa Bill smelled like a friendly mountain, and then as he stood there longer, less friendly. But it didn't make me like him any less. It oddly made him a little endearing.
Here's a reindeer in velvet.
The reindeer was shorter than I expected. It still had velvet on its antlers, so the antlers grow inside the velvet, and there are blood vessels inside the velvet, which causes the reindeer to bleed when the velvet starts to peel off or it scratches the velvet off.
1, 2, 3.
Jacuzzi.
Got it.
Dab it on your foundation there.
Pat taught the makeup session.
After you get some on, you want to start applying it on the high spots of your face.
Not a guy you look at and think, He knows makeup.
You want to get a good coat of white stick. You want to go the opposite of the way your eyebrows are. That way you can make them bushy.
Having to put on that glitter, and I thought, I'm never wearing this glitter when I go out and do my own Santa. And then when I was looking at the guys, I thought, that glitter is really giving them a shine that actually looks pretty good. I'm either really tired or my tastes are dropping.
I want you to start thinking like Santa. If you start trying to memorize this, it's gonna be like a bad constipation day when you try to get that answer back out. Like, oh, I know I had it in there somewhere.
She's crazy.
I'm losing it.
You can see she's crazy.
I have no idea, okay, what I'm gonna do to you. I mean with you.
But she's well-intended, I think. She's clearly got a kind heart.
We're all old enough to remember the day that the Beatles hit Shea Stadium. I can remember the panic and the screaming and the excitement. That is exactly what a 3, 4, or 5-year-old is gonna feel. Oh my God, Santa's here. Santa is a rock star. You are the rock star. And if you feel the energy that the children give you, that magic should rock you. It's so important to feel the love from those children and let them give to you. Okay? I'm sorry. It's just so important. It's just so important that you realize how big you are to them and to not take that bigness into the ego and to give it back to those children. Okay. I'm sorry. A lot of children come to Santa with huge requests. Give my daddy a job. My mommy's very, very sick. So-and-so is drinking. I mean, they'll confide things to Santa Claus that they won't tell their mom and dad. And that is the stark reality of being a great Santa. Now remember, Santa's powerful, but he can't control everything. And you can tell the child you're not all powerful. What the child is looking for is Santa to understand and take some kind of action. Your action has to be believable. Does the child believe you're really gonna, oh, I'm gonna turn the sky to green or orange? Well, guess what? The child looks up in the morning and you didn't do it, so now the child doesn't believe in Santa, and even Santa let him down. One of the most important things, your action should be non-verifiable. Who does Santa know? Oh, wait, he knows the president. Oh, goodness gracious, has anybody ever wanted to win a football game? Well, he knows those players and he knows those coaches. Are you getting the hang of this? Let's say Santa needs to fly up to heaven to give somebody a message. Guess what? Those reindeer fly pretty high.
In essence, I've been given permission to lie to children. And to lie big. I've got an in with God. I've got an in with the president. I know the coaches of every sports team across America. I'm okay with Santa knows everybody. I'm not okay with Santa will pull strings for you. I do believe it's important that kids feel like they're listened to. Make eye contact so that they know that they're being listened to. Empathize. Give the feelings that they give you, you want to give back to them so that they know that you've heard them. My biggest question was, what do you say to a child when they ask you for a specific item? Because you don't want to promise them something that they may or may not get. And the most useful thing I heard today was the answer to that question. And the answer is, I have a surprise present for you, and you're gonna find out on Christmas Day what it is. And it's something I know you're gonna like. I go back and forth between feeling like I'm gonna be really great at this and I don't wanna do this. This is crazy. Tomorrow, I think we drink the Kool-Aid.
We'll slide down here. You can see you got Star Wars.
We went to Target this morning for a review of toys.
Superheroes. They're back. They never went away. You got Batman, you got Superman, you got Spider-Man, you got Iron Man, you've got Captain America.
Well, there's a Captain America movie coming out.
Is there?
Yeah. I realized that I know a lot more about toys than I should for a single man who's 44.
The old-fashioned games. You've got new ones, too, that I don't know a whole lot about.
Cranium is a great game. These guys are in an age bracket that is not up on the latest movie or the latest things that kids are looking at.
Now, is this one of those remote control jobbies? I'm not sure.
All the air hogs are the remote controls.
Yeah.
I, being immature, am up on these things. I'm a geek.
Be jolly, be merry, be loud as you come through the door with your ho-ho-hos.
Our final exam was the Santa Challenge. Every Santa had to meet with 2 children and Susan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everybody!
She's a little shy today.
Just tell me what you want
You
for
gotta tell
Christmas.
hurry, you gotta tell her what you want for Christmas. No. Yes, you do. A mí me gustan las caballos.
Santa doesn't speak no Espanol.
How about this?
You're gonna puke.
Susan played a difficult child.
Do you think that 13 is too young to have sex?
That is really deep.
And her objective was to provide an impossible challenge.
You're not the real Santa.
Of course I am.
Oh,
Breathe, breathe.
And she had a great time this evening.
I think
Santa
my water
Claus.
just broke.
I know it did. I'm all wet.
Show us the train, Santa.
The train.
The train. No, the train. There you go. No, the train. Right there. We just closed the train. Now that's the microphone.
I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette. Will you watch my brother?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll watch Victor for you.
Bye, Santa.
You probably shouldn't be smoking.
So we're going to stop at the door.
Okay.
Johnny's going to come out and talk to us a little bit.
Now,
Yes, sir.
taking a deep breath. Blow it out. Again.
Here we go.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Goodness, look, my chair's all ready for me.
Hello, young lady. Oh, there we are, almost there, right?
Is there anything special you'd like to tell Santa? There is? What would you like to tell me? You like candy? Well, I don't know a girl that doesn't like candy. Here's a candy cane for you. Can Santa have one of your special hugs before you go? Oh, that is a special hug.
Hi, Santa.
What's your name?
Carol.
Carol? That's a wonderful name. Do you know that Christmas carols are one of my favorite things? Are you a Christmas carol?
Mm-mm. I'm just really worried. You know, Osama bin Laden, that everybody's been looking for him everywhere. And nobody can find him but you're Santa. And you could find him, and then you could kill him, and then a lot of people wouldn't be dead. You could save the whole world, Santa.
I wanted Santa Claus to help kill Osama bin Laden. I don't know any children, except for the one that Susan played, who spend that much time watching CNN. So what I hear you saying is you want Osama bin Laden dead.
Yep, you got it.
All right, well, Santa doesn't kill people, but Santa will talk to some of the people in charge in the army, and I will see if I can help them find him.
You're the only one that can help. Nobody else can help, Santa. You're the
I
only
have a
one.
plan.
You're gonna get him.
Would you like me to tell you what I'll do? I know people at the UN. I will go talk to the people in charge, and I will see if I can help them find him.
Why don't you just tell those people where he is?
Because Santa's going to help. It was a long, circuitous back and forth. He's a very difficult man to find.
He's a bad,
He's a bad,
man.
mean man, and mean people are excellent at hiding. May I have one of your special hugs before you go?
Yeah, oh, thank you, Santa.
All right, you
Bye,
enjoy
Santa.
that. Goodbye, Carol. Thank you for coming today. That was torture. That was torture.
They've worked very, very hard, and they want to thank everybody for coming from wherever you've come from to see Santa become Santa Claus this evening. Twink. All right, okay.
Santa school is over. I got a Bachelor of Santa.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Graduation was sweet, but like a lot of bad theater, there were more people on stage than there were in the audience. I like these guys. These are regular guys with good hearts. Probably only one or two of them are thinking that they're going to do this and make money at it. And the rest, I think, are actually searching for some Christmas spirit. It's hard to have Christmas spirit by yourself. You need to have Christmas spirit with other people.
That's a good one.
And so, by being Santa, you get to meet a lot of other people and have Christmas spirit. I absolutely think it was a success. I think it was completely a successful weekend. Going through this school brought me closer to Santa as I'm going to portray him.
Jack is an amazing Santa Claus. He has it. He's witty, he's fast, he's humorous, he's sensitive, he's very confident. I'm very impressed.
I feel like I could do it for a season. I don't see myself making a career, a lifetime career out of it. Always thinking like Santa, always being Santa. I don't think I could do that.
He's gonna be one of the top Santas in the world if he continues with this.
St. Nicholas died on December 6th in 342 or 343 AD.
The story of St. Nicholas, as it spreads through Northern Europe, it does take on individual belief systems. Of course, it varies from place to place, whether it be in Germany or whether it be in Scandinavia.
The honoring of the 5th of December as St. Nicholas Tag, St. Nicholas Day, is something that's very much a part of the German, Austrian, Northern European traditions. You made out your list, and you either put it in a shoe or you put it in a stocking and you put it out on the clothesline, and if you were good, whoa, it would come back loaded with all kinds of goodies, and if you were bad, you were whipped. Sinterklaas of the Netherlands is a perfect example of that. He was a moral authority.
In Europe, St. Nicholas is usually accompanied by a variety of characters. In Austria, the character is Krampus, which is a devil figure. In Germany, it's Knecht Ruprecht, who is a farm servant. In Czechoslovakia, it's a devil character and an angel. In the Netherlands, it's Zwarte Piet.
Zwarte Piet is Black Pete. He is a figure in the Netherlands that arrives with St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas. Zwarte Piet is a black man played by white people in blackface, painting their faces black. It's a pretty shocking tradition with a pretty shocking history.
As the story goes, St. Nicholas was able to enslave the devil for one day out of the year. So he will take the form of Black Peter. He carries the account books, and he'll write down the names of bad boys and girls, and year after year, those that are bad, he will kidnap and take off to disagreeable places. In fact, many Dutch mothers were known to say, you better watch out or Black Peter's gonna come and get you.
What you've had is the contrast between the good, saintly, white person and the suspicious, exotic, devilish, inferior other. And in this case, that would be Black Peter.
It's not anything that I thought was still happening in the world today. Today, Zwarte Piet is the helper of St. Nicholas. They're the ones who are giving out these little treats, and they're joking, and they're making funny faces, not totally intelligent, but very playful character.
In many places, especially with children, they don't have a lot of daily interaction with people that are racially different from them. If the only black people they see are in festivals as blackface representations, that's probably not a great foundation for building images of those people.
There have been groups that have tried to dress up the Zwarte Piet in different colors, and so they're no longer Black Peters, but there's Orange Piets and Green Piets, and they're more like clowns. There were huge outrages saying, you know, you're killing our tradition. This isn't the way we celebrate our holiday. How can you change it?
People don't like giving up their traditions. What they'll do is they will use techniques of neutralization and claim that they don't mean what they say they mean. It's a lot easier to say he got black sliding down a chimney than to say that he's black because we want to scare white children.
But most of these characters are rooted back in the Middle Ages, when there was a much greater sense of the tension and conflict between good and evil than we feel in our society today. And these characters have simply remained from that time.
I'm going to Phillipsburg, New Jersey, where I have volunteered to be Santa on the Polar Express. I've been told that it's 4 90-minute rides, and on each ride, Santa will need to visit with 360 people. That's a lot of people in a brief period of time. Hi, I'm Santa. Thanks for coming. Goodbye.
All right, guys, welcome to Polar Express. We're gonna go over everything for you real quick so everyone understands how everything works. Many of you have done this before, some of you have not. All right? In about 15 minutes, we're gonna board the train. Once everybody's on the train, we're gonna start going. All the lights will go out in the train while the Polar Express song starts going. Tammy and her crew, there's Tammy, will be delivering hot chocolate through the train. Then they're gonna go through it. They're gonna be handing out cookies after that. I will say, there's reindeer on the track and a big fat guy in a red suit. At that point, he'll slowly stop the train, hopefully not knock us off our feet. When the train comes to a stop, they will move their prospective guys into the cars.
I'm 10 minutes away from making my first public appearance as Santa Claus.
I'm not authentic. I am Santa.
Santa, as you go through the cars, you go in the bi-levels. There's 2 sections to each bi-level. All right, you'll give out the first gift of Christmas in each bi-level, in each section of the bi-level.
Okay.
All right.
When Santa comes out, are we right behind him?
You're behind him. Yes, you
All
are.
right, so after I give the first bell of Christmas, then I can say, you all have the spirit of Christmas, and then they can give out the bells.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
There's reindeer on the track and a big fat guy in a red suit.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everyone! Hello, young lady! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Hello, how are you? Who can tell me where the spirit of Christmas lives? at the North Pole. I'm not sure that's the right answer. Where does the spirit of Christmas live? In your heart. And you know who got that right? Your mommy. Yes. So she gets the first jingle bell of Christmas. Merry Christmas. But you all know where the spirit of Christmas lives, so my elves are going to give everyone a bell. All right? Merry Christmas. Hello, Merry Christmas. I like your Thomas hat. Hello, how are you? I'm so glad you came today. Good to see you. I'll be back in a bit. Merry Christmas, everyone. What a lot of pajamas we have in the train today. Merry Christmas to you, fine sir. Merry Christmas.
Right here. All right, this way you can regroup. As the elves catch up to you.
Yes.
All right, now what's going to happen is then we'll let the elves go ahead and start getting the kids ready for the photographs.
Okay.
This is where you take your time going back through.
Okay.
But mind you,
Devin will pace me.
well, between
you
Devin and
will.
myself, yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be able to take care of that for you.
Okay.
All right?
Great.
Doing good.
Going good so far?
Oh, yeah.
We want to take a picture with Santa? He's a wiggler. Oh my goodness, what a big crowd! Who knew you could get so much pretty in one picture? Have you been good? You seem to have a little doubt. Cheese, cookies. Hello, Merry Christmas. Santa's very happy to see such pretty good girls. You have to keep helping her clean up, right? Because one time doesn't get you on the good list. It's consistent behavior. What's your name? Ryan? Ryan? Ryan. Ryan, how are you, Ryan? Did you do anything bad this year? No? Really? Congratulations, that's wonderful.
Hey, I saw you on Dora and you.
Oh, with Dora the Explorer?
Yeah.
Yes. That was a cartoon, you know. But I'll speak to Hannah Montana and see if she doesn't need her slippers anymore. Are you all in business together?
Yeah, yes.
Well, you have a Merry Christmas, all right?
One of the cruel lessons of life is that you can have what you want, but not the way you want it.
Hi! Oh my goodness, I almost missed you.
It's a little girl who couldn't, you know, Santa couldn't wait for Santa to be there. And then once Santa got close, didn't want Santa anywhere near her. And then she would wave, and Santa would wave back and move closer.
Hi! Would you like to feel my fur? Very soft. I feel it?
No. She wanted Santa from over there.
Oh! Thank you! Goodbye! Santa loves you, too. Santa will just wave from over here. Because you scare Santa a little bit.
It's like that old Sondheim line, don't come any closer because you know how much I love you.
America probably never had St. Nicholas. When the United States was colonized, it was primarily by Protestants. And Protestants did not observe saints. And so St. Nicholas was never the same in this country that he has been in many European places.
We now see the Americanizing of Santa because, of course, the Dutch, it was Sinterklaas. But many of the non-Dutch neighbors could not pronounce that, and they will anglicize that to Santa Claus. It will be the United States that will basically change Santa's image and give it back out to the world. At the beginning of the 19th century, St. Nicholas or Santa Claus is still dressed in his religious clothes, in the clothes of a bishop. In the 1821, the children's friend Santa is no longer in the clothes of the bishop. He's now in a red coat. He has his name scrawled across his hat there. He has one reindeer in that one before we have 8 2 years later in 1823. The Civil War was what actually helped to propel Christmas to becoming the big holiday here in America that we know it to be. This happens to be the front page that was on Harper's Weekly for January 3rd, 1863, showing Santa sitting in his sleigh handing out Christmas boxes. Thomas Nast was an immigrant from Germany, and he did his drawings here in America. It was a propaganda piece, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, in order to show that Santa had joined the Union cause. That doll is named Old Jeff for Jeff Davis of the Confederacy, the president of the Confederacy. As the article says, old Santa's tied that cord pretty tightly around old Jeff's neck, and he seems to be kicking very much at such a fate. Lincoln would actually call Nast his best recruiting sergeant for all his patriotic pictures, as well as his pictures of Santa Claus. In the 1866 centerfold that Nast does, called Santa Claus and His Work, showing him at the North Pole for the very first time, so no country could ever claim him and use him for propaganda like he did in 1863. It's also equidistant to anywhere he wants to go in the world on Christmas Eve night. He's sewing all the dolls' clothes himself. He's carving the wooden toys in the workshop. The elves hadn't even come along yet at that time. In fact, he's not even married to Mrs. Claus. That doesn't really officially happen until about 1899, although there is one allusion in the 1870s that he may have been married to Holly Claus. It was during the Civil War period, too, that our Christmas customs and traditions were just coming to fruition at the beginning of the Civil War. Christmas trees were just becoming popular. The first Christmas tree dealers arrived in New York City to sell to what they thought were going to be the German population, but more people started buying. Christmas cards were just becoming popular, although they will not be mass-produced until after the Civil War. The very first White House Christmas tree was during the administration of Franklin Pierce in 1856. By the time we get to the Civil War, there are 15 or so states that have declared Christmas a legal holiday. Dickens is also serializing some of his Christmas stories, too, in the pages of Harper's Weekly. So we have all this going on at that time.
Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Ho, 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 ho. Cold rat.
Santa needs a drink. Santa is white. That is a grueling exercise. I have some Advil back at the hotel I'm going to be taking for my back. Santa can tell you firsthand, childhood obesity is an epidemic in America. A lot of it has gone across Santa's knee this evening. I can't believe this is a volunteer job. Somebody's getting a deal.
Now you understand the life of a common day Santa Claus.
Yes. It was fun for the first half of the day, and then for the second half of the day, it was work. As fun as it was, I don't think I would do it again without getting paid. My voice was killing me. My suit got all sweaty. My hat got my Santa hat got sweaty, and I couldn't get it dry between the rides. So when I finally put it on at the end of the evening, it was cold and wet. And it was going through my mind as I was posing for these pictures, what Susan said about you're gonna pose for pictures, and these pictures are gonna be in people's family albums the rest of their lives, and they're gonna remember them forever. It's like, wow, I don't know if I want to be in their photo album for the rest of their lives. Somehow, I know this is not nice. There were a few people who had writhing babies in their hands that were like greased pigs. And they walk toward you and put the baby on you, and you're trying to hold the baby and smile for the picture, and the baby is contorting and doing yoga to try and get away from you. And it's just like, why? You like this child, right? It's your child, and you're tormenting it this way. And I can't say to those people, Santa can't take a picture with your greased pig, because that's what they paid for. They paid for the picture with their writhing child.
Santa thinks you're gonna learn to swim when your parents throw you in the water.
By the way, pigs are cute.
version of Santa Claus today, when you get down to the nitty-gritty, is not so historical, but is basically based on the Coca-Cola Santa. They made Santa Claus in America.
My name is Phil Mooney. I'm the archivist for the Coca-Cola Company. Today we're here at the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta. There are a lot of people who ask whether or not we interpreted Santa Claus. We gave him the red and white costume, for instance, because those are colors obviously associated with Coca-Cola. That's certainly not the case. Thomas Nast was using that red and white costume character very widely in the 19th century.
And if you look at the images, you can see that N.C. Wyeth, Leyendecker, Norman Rockwell, a number of illustrators were already showing Santa Claus in red and white before Coca-Cola had their first illustration in 1931.
The reason Coca-Cola began to use Santa Claus in advertising was really a very interesting one. Soft drinks essentially were a summertime beverage. There wasn't a lot of market for soft drinks in the winter months. And so as they started to think about how to associate Coca-Cola with the holiday season, they started to think of Santa Claus. Well, here's a guy who has to go around the world in 24 hours delivering toys. He's certainly going to get thirsty. So why not have Santa enjoying a Coca-Cola? And so that was sort of the germ of the advertising idea. And so they employed an artist named Haddon Sundblom, a very well-known illustrator of the period, to create an image of the real Santa Claus, pausing from his duties to enjoy a Coca-Cola. You can relate to this person. It's somebody you'd enjoy having at your house, sitting around a table and talking to. And I think that that's what most of us take from the holiday season. It's about family, it's about being with friends, and it's about sharing a very special time of year. And I think that's what Sundblom captured. And that began a legacy of over 3 decades of Sundblom creating a new Santa Claus for each holiday season. There really is only one classic interpretation of Santa Claus, and that's the Sundblom interpretation.
We're on our way to Quincy, Massachusetts, where a gentleman named George White has enlisted me to be Santa Claus in the 57th annual Quincy Christmas Parade, which I've been told is the second largest Christmas parade on the East Coast. George said he had some other things he may need me to do, but he hasn't said what yet. I haven't gotten a call back from him in over a week, and I have no idea what the schedule is or where I'm supposed to be.
Hello?
Hi, George. It's Jack Sanderson.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Up to my ears.
Up to your ears.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what you need from me.
Well, what I would like to do is set up a brief meeting.
Well, it's I'm here to do whatever you want me to do.
You swing by here and pick me up. We could both go to the fire station.
Okay. What's your address?
You know where Hancock Street is?
No, but I'll find it. 1000.
Hancock Street is the street you're going to get in when you come out of where you are now.
Right.
As you head towards Quincy. Continue through that light for another 2 or 3 miles. You'll see a store on the corner. Just take a left.
What's the store on the corner?
Take a left.
Go out here, take a left, go through the light, take another left.
You'll see a road leading up to go up a long roadway. That's not the one. Go by that one, and when you see the next one, then you'll see the sign on your right. That's where I am presently.
That would have been it.
And I'll be right down the roadway, and I'll be staying at the end of the roadway.
At the end of Southern Artery.
Well, you'll be off Southern Artery when I know when you're going to be going. It'll probably take you maybe 10, 15 minutes to get here.
There he is. Hi, George. I'm downstairs
Where are you guys going?
in the lobby for you. I'm looking for George White.
Oh, George. Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
You know George?
Yes, I do. He was here. I thought this is where he came, but I seem to think he went out. I don't know where else he would have gone, to be honest with you. Are you his son?
No.
Oh, all right.
I'm Santa Claus.
No. All right, wise guy. There he is. Here he is. They're looking for you. Get over here.
Hang on, George.
Super.
Thank you.
Where's the rest of your soup?
It's in the hotel. So I got the car right out here. You ready to go?
Ready as you are.
George has asked me to be Santa Claus in the Quincy Christmas parade.
Right.
So, I guess as Santa Claus, I'm going to be riding on a fire truck tomorrow.
Right, up on top of the ladder. The ladder on top of the truck.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
put
yeah,
a seat
yeah,
up
yeah.
there. Had
Oh.
Santa sitting up on top.
So what do you think, at mid-morning?
Couple of years. I don't know.
Seatbelt? Is there a seatbelt up there?
We got ladder belts. We'll strap you in.
Okay.
No problem.
It's not going to run me through any cables downtown.
I don't think there's
Phone
anything that
wires.
tall enough that's going to hit you.
All right, cool.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, great.
Super.
Super.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Guess who showed up late on Christmas Eve?
Tonight is our annual tree lighting ceremony.
I just found out an hour ago that I'm supposed to be here for the Christmas tree lighting because I didn't know.
We have a puppet show. We entertain the kids for about a half an hour. And we bring you on. You sing a few songs with the kids. We walk outside and we turn the tree lights on, which signifies the start of our season.
I just had a big meal of Brazilian meat and got back to the hotel, found out I had to be here in an hour. I hate rushing and I smell of garlic. But this is what they want. I said I'm here to do whatever they want. That's what I'm doing. There's 15 costume characters, and we're all going on together at the end of the ceremony that precedes the Christmas tree lighting in Quincy.
Characters first.
Characters on.
Characters.
I have to sing Christmas carols, and I feel like I can't remember any at the moment. I'm not sure why I'm doing this. At this moment, it doesn't seem like it was a good idea.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas, everybody! What a beautiful group of children we have here this evening. Have all of you been good this year? Did you write me a letter yet? You better hurry up. Let me Santa work through the crowd here. What did you do that was good?
I helped my mom with the dishes.
That's an excellent good thing to do. Who else here helped their mom with the dishes? You tell me something you did that was good this year.
Went to the stove.
So can you say that again? Because Santa's kind of old, can't hear in this ear. Go ahead.
Went to the stove.
Santa's going to assume that was a good thing to do. What did you do that was good? Oh, Santa suggests that this year you pre-plan. What did you do that was good?
I play with my toys.
Okay, what did you do for someone else that was good?
Be good for my mom.
That was very good. So what are we doing now? Goodbye? Goodbye, we're done. Are we done? We're gonna go light the Christmas tree now. You're gonna go, am I gonna lead everybody outside? Which way is it to the Christmas trees? It's that way? Well, who's gonna show Santa how to get there? You will? All right, I guess we're all going outside now to light the Christmas trees. Merry Christmas, everybody!
That was a seat of the pants hour. I was lost for 30 seconds when the woman who was singing just handed me the microphone. Now what?
Hi. Hello. Hello! Merry Christmas, young fellow.
I think I used what I learned in Santa school. Big entrance, loud, Merry Christmas to everybody, make eye contact with as many people as possible.
Santa coming through. Hello, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for welcoming me to your fair city. Hello, sir. You know this boy?
He's one of our great Quincy kids.
I know The Simpsons has been on the air for 20 years, but if ever a Mayor Quimby existed, 'twas the mayor of Quincy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Mr. Mayor, it's beautiful.
And suddenly, everybody wanted a picture. I think it went very well. I had a number of people say to me, "You're the best Santa we ever had."
Are you being good this year? You are? Are you being good to each other? Yeah. You are? All right, are you playing together nicely?
Yeah.
Mom, are they?
They're doing great. I helped with a door in my classroom.
You helped with the door in your classroom? Yeah. Well, that was very good. Would you like to ring the bells? Ring the bells.
I guess that being able to walk in there and feel prepared and go with the flow and be loud and know how I'm going to present myself is a direct benefit of having attended the Santa school.
He's heavy.
If I hadn't attended the Santa school, I might not have thought of having a big entrance or of having the bells. Susan's suggestion of having the bells, great.
You may ring the bells. Go ahead, ring the bells.
Bells are a terrific prop, crutch, tool. The bells are good.
Who's got their hand on Santa's butt?
Not me.
All right.
That's just 2 pillows.
All right now. Santa's sorry you started it.
This is a terrible admission to make. Being Santa is a job that I enjoyed doing this evening. It made me happy.
Thank you for coming out tonight. It was nice to meet you. Good night.
People want to feel good, and people want to know the essence of what Santa was about. And the more you talk about it, the more they embrace it. And it happened right here in Massachusetts. My name is John Marion. I am the president of Tuxedos by Marion, which is a family-owned business since 1951. We're third generation here. The store is located in downtown Brockton, Massachusetts. Brockton is the home of the first department store Santa, James Edgar. He took the images from Thomas Nast and decided that he would travel to Boston and get a Santa suit made. In his store in 1890, December, he had his suit on and walked the floor and picked the girl with the prettiest ribbon on her hair and gave her a Christmas doll. The following year, we see other department stores copycatting him. And that's how the tradition of that kind of started its way. Before James Edgar, Santa Claus was only in illustrations. There was no Santa Claus walking around. There was no Santa Claus in a store. There was no Santa Claus that you could visit and talk to him about your wish list of toys. James Edgar brought him to life. Children look up to that character in ways of which I can't even imagine. I think that in order to play Santa, you have to be a very unique individual, one that understands how important a role it is to play Santa Claus.
You'll find out from talking to just about anybody that does this, it's not a job, it's a calling.
Everyone in my family believes this is my destiny.
Well, actually, the first time I ever played Santa, I was only 12 years old, so I think it was predestined.
Some things in life, you're chosen to do them, and this is one thing. I was just chosen to make kids happy and try to bring a little bit of joy in their life.
When I got into this business, I got into it for the money. I do it now because I love it.
If you do it more than 1 year, then it's something that you were always meant to be and always meant to do, and I firmly believe that.
You have to live the part. You have to love kids. You have to love bringing joy to the world and joy to the people you meet.
I realize there are literally thousands of Santa Clauses performing this work, and they're all doing it for the same reason. That's to make people happy and see them happy.
The children are the most important thing. It's not you. You're playing the role of Santa, but the children, you can give them delight and joy that lasts them for a lifetime.
I've always believed that the magic of Santa Claus is something that a child should always experience. And I've made that my goal in life.
My personal mantra as the years go on is just to always be the Santa I always wanted as a child. And as long as you strive for that, you're going to do really well.
I want 20 years from now, the kid that sat on my lap today come back with their kids and sit on my lap again. So I want that, that's my vision.
It made me more trusting of people. It made a more loving person of me. It changes you, and if it doesn't, then you shouldn't be a Santa Claus.
I got the best job in the world. This is it. Can't get any better.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 57th Annual Christmas Festival Parade. Gorgeous day today.
Beautiful day.
Perfect day for a parade.
New guys, don't touch nothing.
All right, Sam, we get you strapped in pretty good, so you can sit, you can stand. It's not gonna go anywhere on you. We're not moving that fast.
All right. All right. That's good. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
As Santa in the Quincy Christmas Parade, I did an awesome job.
Merry Christmas! Oh, hello! Merry Christmas!
One of the reasons why I did a good job, it wasn't that hard.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
The parade was pretty awesome. The parade was one of the more fun things I've done in a few years. I remembered the tips I got from other Santas to make sure you look at both sides of the street. There were a lot of people out there. I think I got the feeling of the rock star Santa. People were screaming, Santa! Santa! I would look over and wave at them, and then they would be thrilled that I had heard them.
Merry Christmas!
And it was nice to have people be excited to see me because in my 9-to-5 job, people are usually not excited to see me. I still feel a very solid line between Jack and Santa, and I'm relieved by the solid line. At the end of the parade, we went up to the airfield. There had to be hundreds of children up there at that field.
Wow, what a big crowd!
Like the President of the United States was going to come down the line and shake everyone's hand. And that's who I was in that moment. I was President Santa.
Say ho, ho,
Oh, thank you.
And a lot of children handed me letters.
Have you been a good boy this year?
Can you give me a water gun and a new door pipe with a gun on it?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know about Santa bringing people guns, but I'll work on it. I'll do the best I can, all right? Look at you wrapped up like a present. What a lovely bow you have on your head.
What are your elf's names?
Well, the top elf is named Jingles, and he's in charge of managing all the other elves. Jingles is sort of a middle management elf. Mrs. Claus is good. Thank you for asking. Merry Christmas. Are you being good? Uh-huh. That's what I thought.
I know that the Santa persona comes with a level of responsibility. I knew that. But to experience it is a different level of knowing. When I was up there greeting the children and saying hello to all those children, I felt the true level of responsibility to it.
The line between Gary and Santa is very, it's not there. Everything in my closet is red or khaki or green. I have a truck that kind of says I'm Santa Claus.
I go to a restaurant, it's like being a celebrity. I have people interrupt me at dinner to ask me, do you know you look like Santa Claus? Really?
When I went to a natural beard, I couldn't be me anymore. I had to be Santa Claus.
The line between myself and Santa, I don't know that there is a real difference.
I'm Santa Ron Robertson.
And what do you do when you're not Santa?
I'm never not Santa.
There's no true division of line. I consider myself more Santa Claus than anything else.
Every day I wear red pants, red shirt, red socks, black shoes most of the time. I'm Santa.
Even when I'm and doing landscaping, when a kid sees me and they're like, is it possibly that's Santa? And I give them that wink and their eyes light up, automatically that's Santa. It happens every day and I love it.
That is the fact. If you're going to be Santa, that it's important that you maintain that image 24/7, 365. If they look at you and know, you know immediately that they know. Mom!
There's not a day that goes by that I'm not reminded several times that I am Santa too. I've always had one fear, though, is one will walk up someday and didn't get what he wanted and kick me in the shin, but that hasn't happened yet.
Dear Santa, Racing Down the Rails set, The Thomas Train, Train Table, Kindergarten, Moon and Stars. Love, Max. Well, I'm fine, Max. Thanks for asking. And it's just 7 simple items. The moon and the stars. Anthony. Anthony's parents were very smart because this is, as you can see, a photocopy. Make your own mask, design and drill activity center, play and freeze ice cream maker, take apart crane, build it big, brick construction extra mortar, Blocko animal building set, extreme big bubble kit, puppy pursuit games, carnivorous creations, and an aquasaurus. I don't know what an aquasaurus is, but I think I might want one. Train table and playboard, concert and master violin, talking self-service gas station, Junior Space Explorer, inflatable shuttle. Awesome. If this were my kid, I would feel like I was doing a good job. He's got a huge range of interests, and he clearly wants to get involved. That's awesome. Anthony, Santa will try. I don't know what I'm going to do with these letters. You can't throw them away.
Hi, I'm Pete Fontana. I'm a customer relations coordinator for the New York Post Office, and I'm also in charge of Operation Santa in New York. All the letters to Santa that are addressed Santa Claus North Pole come to Operation Santa in the post office. We anticipate anywhere between 300 and 500,000 letters to Santa right here in the New York Post Office. Nationally, we expect to receive millions of letters to Santa this year. The letters to Santa are open and sorted and redacted, which is just a fancy term for taking all the personal information out of the letters. What we give them is a code on the letter. We leave the first names, what the children want, their clothing sizes, and people come in here, read through these letters, decide which ones can fit into their budget or which ones touch them, and then they go out, buy the gifts, package them up, get them ready for mailing. And in New York, we have 5 designated post offices where they could mail these packages. This is a traditional letter to Santa. We always love the ones that do the drawings. Child writes, here's what I want for Christmas: a Barbie castle, earrings, a globe computer. Please, Santa. And it's signed Kimberly. And she put a bunch of hearts on this. Letters to Santa come to Operation Santa Claus in New York from every country in the world. One year we had a letter that had a special needs wheelchair. And the kid sent us the picture of the wheelchair. It had all the special attachments on the wheelchair. And the wheelchair cost over $20,000 to purchase, and the family couldn't afford it. They didn't have health insurance. So I made sure that this particular letter made it into the daily newspaper here. The next day, I had that wheelchair. As soon as it was published in the paper, I had the wheelchair for the child. Operation Santa Claus started right here in the New York Post Office, and it's been operating for close to 100 years. The importance of it is to help the needy and to keep the belief and spirit of Santa alive, and the Postal Service does that with Operation Santa.
Rachel? Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good heavens, you even have the rosy cheeks and the rosy nose.
It's freezing outside.
Tell me, you're choosing the coldest day of the year so far to see what it's like to be a sidewalk Santa. My name is Rachel Weinstein, and I'm the Director of Development and Communications at Volunteers of America, Greater New York.
How many children do you have in your shelters?
We have about 1,200
Okay.
in our domestic violence shelters, our homeless family shelters. And these are all toys coming in.
Okay.
These are Santa's elves undressed, or actually not clothed as, never mind. Volunteers of America's Sidewalk Santas have been around for 107 years. The first Santas appeared on the streets of LA in 1902, and the program gradually crossed the country and ended up in New York. And now today, we're the only ones, only in New York, are the Sidewalk Santas out there on the street. Now, I can't exactly place the time, but look, we've been doing this since 1902.
Wow.
Our Santas, many of them are formerly homeless, formerly drug addicted. Their health is compromised. You know, one of the things we believe is that people truly can turn their lives around for good. And so we end up hiring some of them, and some of them are our best employees.
Why the white belts?
Why to distinguish us from the real Santa.
This is the original.
This is the original, Jim. We put
Right.
a lockbox in there, and then our Santas would stand out on the corner and ring their bell. Not
Right.
like this, because your arm gets too tired. You got to hold it down here.
Okay.
That's the right way to ring a bell when you're Santa. But the real tradition is feeding the hungry. This year, the food voucher program will impact probably about 6,000 New Yorkers. Looks fab.
Very close.
Mrs. Claus has really been treating you well. Now, what do you think? Hold on.
Feels like you're putting a bale of hay on my head.
Hold on. I know it's itchy, I know, but
I haven't complained yet.
I just hear you huffing.
I'm hot.
Are you ready to go out on the street?
You tell me you're in charge. Am I ready to hit the street?
You look great. Now, you probably should have used the bathroom before, because you're not
I'm
going
a
to be able
camel.
to. Okay. Okay. No drinking, no eating, no smoking, nothing with your beard and wig on. You know, you are the epitome of goodness. This is where you're going to stand and ring your bell and appeal to everyone passing by to drop some money into it.
Okay, is there anything I should say to them?
Help feed the hungry, Merry Christmas, or
Okay.
Happy Holidays, because there's a lot of Jews in this city, you know?
Okay, so holidays.
Yes,
Help feed the hungry.
Happy Holidays, help feed the hungry.
Okay.
That would be great. And
All
then
right.
you're going to ring your bell some.
Okay.
But like I said, keep your arm down here so you
Low.
don't get too tired. Yeah. All right?
Okay.
Okay, terrific.
All right. Hi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bam. Help feed the hungry. Volunteers of America. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you.
Riding on one horse open sleigh. Hey, hey.
How I feel after Christmas is rather shocking. I actually get depressed.
Santa's in January. It's
You're not the center of attention like you just were the last 4 weeks, and it's intense.
There's a sadness there too, because you miss seeing that smile on these children's faces.
I guess it's a phenomenon of called post-Christmas, depression, that Santas may go through. I know I went through it last year, and it was a very difficult time for me.
Santas are a very unique bunch of people. They're very caring, and they're very loving, and they're very feeling people.
I don't have relatives. I have one sister who's not usually available, and I have a son who's 20 years old who has a girlfriend and spends a lot of time with her, and especially Christmas Eve with her family. I do my flybys on Christmas Eve. I do the church on Christmas Eve. And when I went home that night, I felt so alone. I know that sounds funny that Santa needs a place to go on Christmas Eve, but maybe that'll help me deal with that loneliness that sets in when I come in about 1 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Eve alone.
Oh my goodness! What a wonderful hat! Hi!
To stop believing in Santa Claus at an appropriate age is a completely foreign concept to me. I kind of feel sorry for people that stop believing at any certain time.
Merry Christmas. And you know what?
Well, there might not be a Santa for you, but there's a Santa for me. I'm sorry that you don't know him. Better go figure that out. Everybody else is unenlightened.
Is the faith, the fact that there's a gentleman in the North Pole that actually comes in a sleigh, that actually lands on your roof, that comes down a chimney, that puts all these toys there? Is that what we're believing in? Or are we believing in the goodness and the kindness of humanity? The fact that we've created a story for a child, but as adults, we actually perform what it is that this being's doing.
I don't think there's anything better about humans, anything more redemptive about humans than when we give.
And whether it's doing it for charity or just to bring joy to your child or a loved one, there's something wonderful about being a secret giver and doing it mysteriously.
We need a person or a force out there to promote the ideas of goodness and kindness and generosity and happiness and joy.
I think Santa is maybe a bit of a common denominator for us all.
There are Christian Santas, there are Jewish Santas, there are Muslim Santas, there's a Buddhist Santa, there are Wiccan Santas, and there are probably Santas who have never seen the inside of a place of worship in their life. What do they share in common? They share the belief that love, hope, and joy is the best of us.
For me, Santa Claus helps deliver all of those feelings that should be present in all religions. I think that he creates this magical experience for people without having any of those roadblocks that we put up. I don't think we mean to put up those roadblocks, but we do.
Along the way, as I'm becoming Santa, he is real. I'm convinced. Because he's it. He is the only thing that is keeping the spirit of giving and compassion and concern for others alive. I don't know what my father's intentions were when he put on that Santa suit. If he was looking for Christmas spirit or not, it doesn't matter. The point is, when he put on the suit, like all the guys that put on the suit, he created Christmas spirit by giving of himself. One of the things that I loved about the people that I met is that some of them were living in their bliss, and they provided great examples of how to live. Peter Fontana, who works at Operation Santa Claus in New York, loves the job that he does and seems to be the perfect guy for that job. He is really fulfilled by the job that he's doing. Susan Mesko. I'm gonna say, Susan is crazy, but she has found her niche, and she is thriving within it. Rachel Weinstein at Volunteers of America. Clearly great at what she does, and and thriving in what she does, Jaren Calhoun and Santa Bob from Vegas, both social workers. Santa Sandy runs a halfway house for recovering addicts. Santa Earl and his wife ran a home for mentally handicapped children out of their own home for over 20 years. When I think of all these people, I suspect that they all had kind hearts before they came to the jobs that they do. They all enrich their lives by helping other people. Those to me are examples of how to live and lives well spent. Whether they're Santa Claus or whether they're working with Santa Claus or whether they're using Santa Claus, everything that they're doing is to help other people improve their lives. There are lots of people on TV who will tell you how to live your life, and the Santa community lives their lives as an example of how to treat each other. That is an awesome thing to see. People who are living what they believe. That's impressive. I feel a little conflicted because I've gotten high marks, high compliments, and I'm still not feeling committed to a life as Santa. This is one of those things where I feel like I've learned a lot, and I probably don't even know yet everything that I've learned.
It's the day before Christmas Eve, and I'm sitting on the bed in short pants and short sleeve Christmas Eve, and the lady's gonna stay in town until next week. Rotating tree in the attic, could have had it. Cut out the answering machine. It's the only thing that lights up red and
blue. Merry Christmas. Well, now it's 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve. And in a few minutes, I'm going to go do some sneak and peeks. The children go to bed on Christmas Eve night, and Santa Claus comes into the house and starts putting presents down. And the parents wake the children and say, "No, shh, come here. Come look. Santa Claus is downstairs." He says, "Oh, did I hear something?" And the kids have to run back to bed. These will be my last appearances as Santa. And I'll be putting the suit away. I think I enjoyed everything that I did. I don't know if I'll do this again. Even in my street clothes, I look like Santa. People are always waving and smiling, or just smiling and not saying anything. And it occurred to me after a while that that must be what it's like to be pretty. I want to trim the beard back, trim the mustache back, and go back to looking like myself, where people didn't notice me. I honestly, I don't know if I'm going to do this again next year. Ho, 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 ho. Let's go knock this one out. Santa needs help off the sofa.
Bianca asked for an easy bake oven, and Azure asked for a microscope.
What are the girls' names?
Kendall and Kyla.
Kendall.
Kendall's the older one.
Okay. All right, this is gonna be really quick.
You know what? I think
Hey, guess who's downstairs? I heard him.
What do you think?
Do you know who I saw? Do you know who I think is down there? Oh, look. Oh, look.
Can you make room?
Oh, he's there.
lot of presents. Oh, for good girls. Oh, everyone's asleep. I'm going to put out one gift for each good girl. I hope Kendall likes that. Oh. Oh. To Santa. Oh, that's going to look good on my refrigerator. Dear Santa, enjoy some cookies and milk. Kendall and Caleb. Oh, and a good picture of Rudolph. Oh, he'll like that. Cookies. Oh. Mmm. Oh, and carrots for the reindeer. Excellent. Oh. Just enough to keep Santa going. Those girls had better still be asleep. Santa's got a lot of houses to get to. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. You just saw Santa.
Where's Rudolph? I think he's on the roof. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it either.
This is my first time in my entire life that I saw Santa.
That's amazing. It's the first time I ever saw him.
You know, those kids are never going to forget that experience. I might do just one more year.
Merry Christmas to you and to everyone.
Ho, 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 ho!
Ho, ho, ho!
Ho, 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 ho!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
St. Nicholas, in his current manifestation, is universally recognized for his ho, ho, ho,
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Well, I really don't have a ho-ho.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
Ho, 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 ho. Excuse me, I coughed on that one.
Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas, which I have to admit is better than Hanukkah, even though I'm a Jew.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho! That just seems so.
Ho, 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 and happy holidays.
I can only imagine what James Edgar would do. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
I don't know if you know, like snowflakes, there are no two ho-hos. They're exactly alike. I tickled myself to death.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas, everybody!
I'm not a jolly fat man. I don't ho ho ho.
Happy Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Christmas.